time, there were two pianos, Mama Grand and her little girl, Baby. They lived in an antique shop in Orlando, Florida. People on the street stared in at the two pianos, but nobody ever came in to play them. So Mama and Baby did their best to entertain one another. "Tell me a story, Mama," said Baby. "All right," said Mama. "Once upon a time, just after you were born, we lived in a studio with Monsieur Kolnick, the famous piano teacher." "No, not the story about the piano teacher," said Baby. "I want to hear a story about the old days, when you were young, when you were with the orchestra." "Oh, all right, yes, the glorious orchestra. Some of the best years of my life were spent there, Baby. Of course, there are a lot of personalities to deal with when you're part of an orchestra. All the instruments are so different. There's strings, woodwinds, brass, percussion, but when the instruments play together, the orchestra is one big happy family." "Oh, if only I could meet them," said Baby. "Then I'd have somebody to play with. Being an only child gets kind of lonely. Tell me more about the orchestra, Mama. Tell me about the instruments." "Well, all right. Let's begin with violin," said Mama. "He's the head of the orchestra family in the string section. Violin can be rather pushy, but he's also very sweet." said Baby. Father violin? Said Mama. Well, you said violin is head of the orchestra family, so that means he's my father. Your father is a piano, my dear, said Mama. He's on extended tour with a diva soprano. Oh, that's what you told me, said Baby. But if I were in the orchestra, violin would be like my father. Well, who else is in the family? Some cousins, I hope? Well, there's little Piccolo. Piccolo is so much fun. Now, some people think she's shy because she doesn't speak up much. But give Piccolo a little passage to play, and you can't shut her up. Baby. If only you could join the orchestra again and I could go with you. Then we'd get to see violin and I could hang out with piccolo and I'd get to meet all the other instruments too. And maybe there'd be some boy cousins and wow. Hush, said Mama. You're beginning to sound a little like piccolo yourself. Look out the window. Some people are staring at us. Baby took a look. Outside on the street, a young man and woman were peering in at them. Do you think they'll come in? Baby whispered. They're just looking, Mama said with a yawn. Nobody buys a piano at an antique shop. They probably think we're old has-beens. But the bell on the shop door tinkled, and the young man and woman walked inside. Baby and Mama eavesdropped as the two customers spoke to the owner of the shop at the counter. Hello, said the young man. My name is Drew. I'm a conductor. And my name is Georgia, said the young woman. I'm a pianist. We need a piano for our orchestra. I got two, said the owner. The larger grand piano is getting on in years, but she's appeared in the best concert halls with some famous orchestras. Well, what about the baby grand? Asked Georgia. Baby's never belonged to an orchestra, said the owner. But she's a bright little piano. Well, may I play her? Asked Georgia. Baby Grand's hammers tingled with excitement. She took a deep breath as Georgia sat down on her bench. It had been such a long time since Baby had been played. Precious, you were stupendous, said Mama Grand. What a prodigy. I guess my tuning wasn't all that off, Baby Grand said modestly. Oh, she's a beautiful little piano, Georgia said. I love her. Oh, don't you want to try the grand, said Drew. I'm afraid the old lady won't sound the best, the shop owner said, gently touching Mama Grand. She needs some repair work on a soundboard.